If you're a fan of Avatar: The Last Airbender, then Aang's Destiny, the cooperative deck building game, might just be the game for you. We'll give you a full preview of this game here on Legendary Tactics. We'd like to thank the Op Games for providing us with a review copy of this game, and also for supporting our channel by sponsoring this video. So we've had a chance to play Aang's Destiny. I'm here with Rusky. I'd like to start this video by talking about the theme, because I think the main reason you would come to this game is if you're an Avatar fan.
Right.
So how strong would you say the theme is in the game?
I felt like the theme was really strong. I mean, that's what drew me to this for sure. And I think, like, if you're a fan of the show or if you've watched the show, playing just through box one, I was noticing some of the objectives and stuff were all things from the show. Bending cards, I got there eventually. The different bending cards were all thematic from the show. And then the abilities, so I felt like it was very thematic and did a really good job with that.
Absolutely. So you're playing as the four main powers are Katara, Appa, Aang, and Sokka.
Yep.
Each of them have a slightly different feel to them. And I felt like as Katara, I was the healer and I needed to play in my lane. And that was cool because when you play a game like this, you want to, I think, have the characteristics of the characters.
Yeah,
so
I felt like they did a good job with that. I felt like I was Aang. I felt like I misplayed my deck a bit,
yeah, absolutely.
But I think the theme was there.
So let's shift now to the mechanism and the rules of the game. For those of you who don't know what deck builders are, essentially you start with a hand of 10 cards. It's the Dominion mechanism, or Moonrakers, or Undaunted, and you want to prune down that deck and fill it up with other cards to either become a healer, become an attacker, or sometimes there's cards that move the ship backwards, which is the way you lose the game, is by having the Fire Nation ship reach the end of the track. So thematically, I think it works really well. Quick enough to learn, but it doesn't feel overloaded with rules that distract from the theme.
No, yeah, the iconography was fine, and yeah, I definitely felt like we were playing the TV show.
For sure.
Yeah.
So essentially the game plays by drawing 5 cards. You only have the abilities that are on those cards. It may be draw another card or attack. Every turn you're going to be drawing damage because you're being attacked relentlessly by the Fire Nation.
Yep.
And you'll also have an enemy that you're attacking. And essentially there's 2 different decks you need to go through. It's the enemies you're attacking and then the side objectives that you're working on.
the Fire Nation cards and the adversary cards.
Absolutely, but then we also have the objective deck on the side. So a character like Katara, who isn't dealing a ton of damage, she can actually dedicate some of her purpose tokens to solving some of those problems.
Yes.
So that's essentially the mechanism, is beat those guys before the ship makes it to the end of the map and improve your deck along the way.
Right, which proved difficult for us.
Oh, we got absolutely crushed. We'll link to the playthrough if you'd like to see us having some fun with the game, for sure. Now, as you can see, the game is also built around 7 different boxes that thematically we've got the water, the earth, and the fire boxes. I have absolutely no idea what's in any of these boxes because you need to play through them in order to unlock the cards and whatever's in there. So part of the discovery, part of the adventure is working your way through, I think, with a group of people.
Yeah, and I think, again, if you know the show, then you can make some predictions, and there's some excitement about getting to the, the earthbending chapter.
Absolutely. Yeah. So that's it for mechanisms. This game was actually learned by our co-creator Cax, who isn't typically someone who learns game rules, and he nailed it. He just, it wasn't too difficult for him. I'm also not a games learner. We tend to give Nato that role. So it was really quick to learn.
It was a quick learn.
Okay, so next up we have the aesthetics and components. So the game comes with the boxes. I'll pull out a few of the cards. I don't want to spoil anything for you, and these need to remain in a particular order when you start. So I won't show you those. But some of the cards that you're going to upgrade to are thematically linked to the story.
And the art looks just like the cartoon TV series.
It does. They definitely own the IP for this.
They do, and it looks fantastic.
Yeah.
So if that's what you're into, which is probably why you're playing this game, then it's going to scratch that itch to make you very much feel like you're playing
For sure. So the game is essentially a deck builder, so it's predominantly cards with some tokens, a board, and tracking maps. We'd also like to compare this to other games, just in case you're a person who buys games on similarity to other games. So the Legendary Encounter series, it plays very similarly, where you have various missions and objectives you're working on. You're working cooperatively. So that would be one that just has, at first blush, some comparisons there.
Right.
Does it remind you of any other games?
Well, the Marvel Legendary, for sure. Clank Legacy, pardon me. Again, a deck builder where you're collaborative. It felt like that. I played that somewhat recently, and so this felt kind of reminiscent of that.
Absolutely. So to end the video, I'd like to mention who this game would be built for. We had 4 creators playing, and every one of us said we would like to play this game with our families.
Yep.
So some of us, kids for you,
Yep.
kids for me,
For
potentially with some of our wives. And I also enjoyed playing this with you guys, adults.
Yeah, it's fun.
We also had, some of us had no idea about who the characters were or what was going on.
Yep.
And others were intimately connected to the characters and had seen and devoured all of the show. So
Yep.
I think the game can work for anybody. However, I think it's enhanced a lot if you're an Avatar fan.
For sure, I would agree with that. And that being said, I think that I'll try to pull my wife in as the 4th when I play
Perfect.
with the family, because it's light enough and easy enough rules that I think she'd enjoy it too.
Let us know in the comments what you enjoyed about this game and who you would play this game with. And in the meantime, get out there
Get gaming
and be legendary.